Hello students, this is Kanupriya, PGT Geography, and this is my next video on chapter 6, which is geomorphic processes. In my earlier video, we had discussed about physical weathering processes, in which we had studied that physical weathering, which is the mechanical disruption or disintegration of rocks, these processes can occur because of three main factors, which are gravitational forces, which is caused because of unloading and expansion. Second one is temperature changes, which leads to the contraction and expansion of rock minerals and ultimately leads to the disintegration of the rocks. And the third thing that we had discussed was drying and wetting of rocks, that is pressure of water on the rocks, which causes sudden contraction and expansion of rocks and ultimately leads to the disintegration of rocks. After that, we had studied number of reasons by which physical weathering process can occur. First one that we had discussed was unloading and expansion. Second one that we had discussed was temperature changes and expansion. Third that we had discussed was frost weathering, that because of the action of frost, weathering can occur. After that, we had discussed about salt weathering. So these were the things that we had discussed in physical weathering processes. So today we will discuss the rest of the topics related to weathering process. So let's start with this. The first topic for today is special effects of weathering, in which we have exfoliation. Exfoliation we had already discussed in unloading and expansion, which is a process common in physical weathering processes. Now let's discuss what is exfoliation. Exfoliation is a result but not a process. In a weathering process, exfoliation is the result. Flaking off of more or less curved sheets of shells from our rocks or bedrock results in smooth and rounded surfaces. Exfoliation can occur due to expansion and contraction, which is induced by temperature changes. Exfoliation domes and tores result due to unloading and thermal expansion respectively. So basically exfoliation means the removal of curved sheets of shells from the rocks, which results in smooth and rounded surfaces, or which results in dome-like structures, which are called as exfoliated domes or tores. Exfoliation domes and tores, these are the result of temperature changes and unloading and expansion. So because of the temperature changes, because of the differential heating and cooling and unloading process, it can lead to the exfoliation and it can lead to the development of exfoliated domes and tores. So this is exfoliation. For now, we have discussed chemical weathering processes and physical weathering processes. We have another group of weathering process, which is biological weathering or biological activity and weathering. Biological weathering is a contribution to or removal of minerals and ions from the weathering environment and physical changes due to growth or movement of organisms. Since bio is related to living world, so how a living world contributes to the weathering process. In this, we'll discuss about the various biological activities, various activities generated by different organisms by which the weathering process can occur. So weathering process due to the biological activity happens because of the physical changes or chemical changes due to the growth of or movement of organisms. Burrowing and wedging by organisms like earthworms, termites, rodents help in exposing the new surfaces to chemical attack and assists in the penetration of moisture and air. As we all know that there are number of organisms which develop burrows which goes inside the rocks like termites, rodents, rats, etc. And these create burrows, and because of which the material that is exposed initially is exposed to everything, that is to moisture, air, etc., which creates pressure, which creates chemical reactions, which can lead to the disintegration of the rocks. Human beings, by disturbing vegetation, plowing and cultivating soils, also mixing and creating new contacts between air, water and minerals in the earth materials. Decaying plants and animal matter help in the production of humic, carbonic and other acids which enhance decay and solubility of some minerals. Plant roots exert a tremendous pressure on the earth materials, mechanically breaking them apart. So because of the human activities, human in turn affecting the vegetation cover and doing plowing, and they are cultivating soils which help in mixing and creating new contact between air, water and minerals in the earth materials. Moreover, the decaying plants and animal matter help in the production of humus or humic and carbonic acid, which in turn enhancing decay and solubility of some minerals. Plant roots are also exerting a tremendous pressure on the earth materials, and because of which they are breaking them apart. So these are the different biological activities which are in turn affecting the weathering process, that is biological weathering. The last topic of weathering is significance of weathering. Weathering processes are responsible for the breaking down of rocks into smaller fragments and preparing the way for the formation of not only regolith in soils but also erosion and mass movements. Biomes and biodiversity is basically a result of forest, and forest in turn are dependent upon the depth of weathering mantles. Erosion cannot be significant if the rocks are not weathered. That means weathering aids mass movement or mass wasting, erosion and reduction of relief, and changes in landforms are a consequence of erosion. Weathering of rocks and deposits help in the enrichment and concentrations of certain valuable ores of iron, manganese, aluminium, copper, etc., which are of great importance for the national economy. Weathering is an important process in the formation of soils. So this is the significance of weathering, that weathering is very important for the soil formation. It helps in the formation of regolith. Weathering makes the rocks, they breaks the rocks into smaller fragments, and these fragments will be turned into regolith, which is important for the soil formation. Weathering is not only important for the formation of soil, but it is also very important for erosion and mass movements. Moreover, biomes and biodiversity are dependent upon forest, and forest in turn are dependent upon weathering mantles. So weathering is very important for the forest and in turn biomes and biodiversity. Erosion is also possible because of the weathering process. If the rocks are not properly weathered, erosion cannot occur. So erosion in turn depends upon weathering, and erosion and the changes in landforms and relief is also dependent upon weathering process. And nonetheless, we have enrichment and concentration of certain valuable ores like iron, manganese, aluminium, copper, for which weathering of rock is very important, and these minerals plays a very important role for increasing the country's economy. So weathering is an important process in the formation of soils. So these are the topics that we have covered in weathering. I hope this is clear to you all. If you have any doubts, please come up with your doubts. Thank you so much.